Members of the National Honor Society, please be seated. Welcome, everyone. And good evening, Mr. Spirito, Mr. Doyle, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Cunningham, Mr. Jandoli, Mr. Mazzocca, distinguished guests, members of the faculty, parents, and friends. My name is Latham Tari, and I would like to ask everyone to please rise as we salute the flag.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce you Mr. Richard Spirito, Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Matari, and welcome everyone to Hawthorne High School. It's a pleasure to be here tonight and be part of this very special evening as we honor these 57 high-achieving young men and women into the Hawthorne High School National Honor Society. You know, since 1921, the National Honor Society has been the nation's premier organization, established to recognize outstanding high school students and bestows the highest regard and respect to those who excel in academics. However, it also serves to honor those students who've provided and promoted leadership, displayed high character, and stimulated a desire to render service. As an educator, the National Honor Society Induction is one of the highlights of the school year, as it provides us with an opportunity to recognize and reward our highest achieving students here at Hawthorne High School for their dedication, perseverance, and hard work. This achievement also reflects on all of our parents and family members who are here tonight to honor these students, and for providing the support, understanding, guidance, and encouragement to these students throughout their elementary, middle, and high school years. Parents and family members, as you watch these students being inducted into the National Honor Society tonight, I ask that you reflect on the past, feel the pride of the present, and be assured that these students are the shining stars of the future. To our honor students, being inducted into the National Honor Society is proof that you've worked hard and made the most of the opportunities afforded to you by your parents, your school, and your community. I encourage you to continue to embrace these opportunities, continue to challenge yourself, and never give your fears the power to inhibit your dreams. Finally, remember that tonight you honor your teachers, you honor your school, you honor your family, and most importantly, you honor yourself. I applaud your efforts in earning this honor, and I encourage you to continue to uphold the high standards that you've set for yourself. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Spirito. Good evening once again. My name is Laith Matari, and good evening, future members of the National Honor Society. As the president of the National Honor Society, I stand here not before you, but with you. I, as well as you, understand what it encompasses to be a member of the National Honor Society, and because of this, it is my honor to congratulate you. Over the past 3 years, you have all demonstrated what it means to be an extraordinary student, individual, friend, mentor, and mentee, roles that you will continue to fulfill as your years in Hawthorne High School dwindle, and roles that you will circulate in and out of for an indefinite amount of time. Before gaining the distinction of being an inducted member, know that before this title and before this certificate, it is a drive, and it is a leadership, and it is the empowering person you decide to be every day that means the most. It is a privilege to be able to wear a gold tassel in the not-too-distant future. It is a privilege to have a title such as this light up resumes. But that is all. The title does not make you a scholar or a leader. You have made yourself one. What has gotten you here today is far more than numbers on a paper or a GPA that was within the requirements for admittance. I can assure you that there is not only 57 students who have obtained these numbers. In this regard, you are not extraordinary. But there are 57 students in the eyes of the administration, staff, and Hawthorne High School at large that while maintaining these numbers are also brilliantly multifaceted individuals, and those 57 students are you. Scholarship, leadership, service, and character are the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, and is the aforementioned multifacetedness that is wedged within you. The path that has brought you here, the traveled or less traveled, is one that should be held close. Great growth has ensued over the years, and it is important to recognize this. During times of self-doubt, when you didn't quite obtain that grade, or when you weren't elected to a position of office, stop and simply remember this. It is because you strive for so much that you experience self-doubt. That it is not always easy to get an A in an honors or AP class, and that running for a position of office is voluntary, but you have the courage to do it in the first place. And remember that you have the courage to extend yourself and your mind to not only Hawthorne, but the world, embodying what it means to be inducted here tonight. Once again, you have deserved this. And to both you and your family, congratulations. At this time, I would like to present to you Mr. Michael Doyle, President of the Hawthorne Board of Education.
Good evening, everyone. It is both a great honor and a privilege to have been asked to attend this most momentous occasion and say a few words. Our students' individual achievements in scholarship, leadership, community service, and character are being honored here tonight with their induction into this prestigious society. An honor such as this is a wonderful way for the school and for the community to recognize and celebrate all of the hard work our students have put forth to earn the inductee status. Goals of this stature are never achieved alone. That being said, I would like to thank Mrs. Pasquale and Mr. McMahon, for continuing to oversee this program and for encouraging our students to strive for success. Much thanks and appreciation must be directed to all of our HHS administrators, teachers, coaches, and support staff for their tireless efforts and the roles they played in molding our children. Finally, I would like to acknowledge our parents. It's a proven fact that students have a much higher academic success rate when parents remain engaged with their children and the educational process. So parents, take a minute to think back over the last year or two. Do you remember any of this ring a bell? Did you study for your math test tomorrow? Don't forget your sneakers for gym class. If you don't put that phone down, I'm disconnecting the Wi-Fi. How come you only got an 85 on that test? Let's go, get up, get in the shower. The bus is leaving in 15 minutes with or without you. Make sure you eat something for lunch today. Did you remember to sign up for the SATs? No, you're not painting a gigantic bear on the hood of my car for the pep rally. What time is the college fair tonight? Please clean your room. It's starting to smell like a gigantic dirty sign. By the way, that science project that took over the dining room table, it's not going to finish itself by itself. At the time, you probably didn't give much thought to what you were saying or doing. But by now, I think you realize that all the questions, the warnings, the badgering, and all the discipline you handed out have paid off. So let's have a big round of applause for all of our parents. In closing, I want to encourage all of our inductees to never be satisfied with mediocrity and continue to set the highest of goals. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the reward of a thing well done is to have done it. Any recognition is just the icing on the cake, not to be expected, but definitely to be enjoyed. Once again, I'd like to thank and congratulate everyone here this evening, and please enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you, Mr. Doyle. At this time, I will speak about the Keystone symbol. Through the years, thousands of students in more than 20,000 public and private schools have been selected as members of the National Honor Society. These students have met the high standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service, maintained by all the chapters of the National Honor Society. Not only have they lived exemplary lives within their schools and community, these students have continued to be motivated by the challenging ideals by this society with these 4 characteristics always in mind. The list of these outstanding National Honor Society graduates is most impressive and inspiring. Records of the more than 5 million National Honor Society members in later life indicate that the continuous and almost limitless development of the great potentials, capacities, and talents of those who receive recognition and encouragement by their high schools. They have become effective, contributing citizens engaged in professional, technical, humanitarian, civic, military, commercial, and skilled artisan work. Many of the names, if given, would be readily recognized as reputable and distinguished individuals. Tonight, we add 57 names to that list. Each new member will receive a certificate, pin, and membership card as a symbol of his or her acceptance into the National Honor Society. On this certificate is the emblem of the society, which is a keystone and the torch. The keystone bears at its base the letters CSLS, which stand for the 4 principles of the organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The torch represents truth and knowledge. Now, our officers will tell you about the 4 principles of this organization, starting with our Vice President, Daniela Bonifetti, who will be speaking on the principle of character.
Good evening, everybody. Please allow me to add one more good evening onto all the good evenings we'll be hearing tonight. I'm Daniela Bonifetti, and character is defined as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Each student inducted today, and every student of yesterday, all possess impeccable character. It is the constant decision to make the right choice day in and day out that defines one's character. It is being kind, compassionate, empathetic, and respectful in every single action that we make. Our character defines who we are as people, how we think as individuals, and why we act and speak the way that we do. Our character is worn on our sleeve by how we conduct ourselves when nobody else is around. If a tree falls and no one is around to hear it, it naturally still makes a reverberation in our universe. The same way, the students sitting before you continue to influence this very same universe with their own reverberations of astute character. This drives our morals, our actions, our dreams. These students before us have demonstrated this strength of character throughout their years at Hawthorne High School and will perpetuate benevolent character to benefit anyone and everyone that they come in contact with. Of that, I am sure. And now the Secretary, Carly Manzi, will define scholarship.
Good evening. I'm Carly Manzi. Scholarship is the pursuit of knowledge, a person's ability to find meaning in the world around them. This pursuit goes beyond academics. Scholarship is not merely getting the highest grades or being an educated citizen, but scholarship instead is being passionate about learning and being curious to explore the new material and subjects to make oneself a smarter, more well-rounded individual. It is about how students strive to use their knowledge and connect it to the outside world. Students that portray scholarship are eager to perform at the highest level that they can to reach their true potential as a student. Each of these students have demonstrated that scholarship is placed high on their authority list. The induction into the National Honor Society is a testament to not only one's hard work and dedication, but also, more importantly, one's commitment to scholarship. Now, the treasurer, Jacqueline Hampson, will define leadership.
Leadership is defined as the action of leading a group of people or an organization. However, to have leadership means much more than a title. A leader is passionate and gives a purpose to achieve the goal at hand. A leader is a communicator, an individual with the ability to share their vision with those around them. And a leader is a teacher, as great leadership can inspire others to lead, take risks, and develop new skills. In front of you tonight sit 57 leaders. 57 students that in their own way have exhibited leadership, whether in school, on the field, or simply in the world. They know that being a leader does not require a special title, but rather something a person naturally possesses. To quote John Quincy Adams, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. We are certain that the inductees sitting before you tonight have done just that and will continue to act as dynamic leaders and make positive impacts both in and out of Hawthorne High School. And now, Daniela Bonafetti will discuss service.
Good evening. The pillar of service is one that I find pivotal in demonstrating the true values of the National Honor Society. The students who sit before you not only have achieved academic excellence, but they each use their individual talents and passions to benefit their communities through service. They are selfless leaders who naturally embody the meaning of honor in National Honor Society. The willingness to work for those in need without recognition or compensation of any kind is a quality essential in NHS members. These students are synonymous with not only intelligence, but upstanding citizenship. These students are not limited to advancement in their individual academia, but rather extend themselves beyond this building to assist the communities that raise them. These students are the difference in our community, in our nation, and in our world. Your acts of service, as small as they may sometimes seem, are imperative to igniting change in this world. These students will continue to foster global advancements with their outstanding natures to serve others, not only in the rest of their high school careers, but also throughout the entirety of their lives. These are the exemplary students of Hawthorne High School who are, for these reasons, now this chapter's National Honor Society members. President Laith Matari will now lead the inductees in the pledge.
Would all the inductees and members please rise? The members and the inductees will now recite the National Honor Society pledge, which can be found on the back of your program. Repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, character, leadership, and service. Congratulations. You are now members of the National Honor Society. Let us all applaud. Please be seated. We would like Mr. Billy Cunningham, our principal, to present the certificates and pins. Please hold all applause so the whole row has their name called. Lubana Alayubi. Joseph Aliano. Drina Alvarez. Marlena Alvino. Gabriella Barbarisi. Sydney Bavara. Anthony Bertola. Samantha Brown. Kayla Cabasconga. Nia Canales. Jacqueline Caravallo. Andrew Caradonna. Caitlin Carone. Samantha Queso. Alejandra Castillo. Allison Christie. Andrew Ciali. Karina Claros. Alexandra Clavijo. Bianca Corbo. James Counselor. Danielle Diascoli. Adam Dietrich. Emily Estes. Ryan Fieldhouse. Elizabeth Gallo. Nicole Giovanniello. Alyssa Jackler. Patricia Jacobson. Medina Cajado. Lila Kawash. Joshua Kabuski. Nicholas Lair. Aubrey Lewis. Anthony Lamone. Jasmine LePage. Alicia Malone. Callie McCarthy. Michael Murphy. Alexander Nadarashvili. Melanie Navarro. James Ng. Andrea Oliver. Michael Patak. Zarina Ray. Kylie Rika. Shane Rooney. Isabella Schwartz. Heather Scott. Christopher Simmerman. Nicholas Sokolovsky. Ezekiel Soma. Nicole Spirito. Francesca Valenti. Alicia Vanderhoek. Narissa Ugar. Thank you, and once again, congrats to our members. To conclude, Mr. Cunningham will say a few words to end our ceremony.
Thank you, Laith. I stand here tonight a very proud principal. The young men and women recognized this evening not only perform in the classroom at a high level, but also contribute in community and represent the Bears in sports, extracurricular activities. Selection to the National Honor Society is based on 4 characteristics that were discussed this evening: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. I can confidently say all these students before us tonight meet the prescribed criteria. I can say this because I've had the pleasure of working closely with Mrs. Pasquale and Mr. McMahon, the National Honor Society advisors, meeting with them regularly over the course of the school year and assisting to make some changes to the Hawthorne High School National Honor Society requirements. Both Mrs. Pasquale and Mr. McMahon go above and beyond for our students here at Hawthorne High School, and I would like to give them a round of applause for their dedication. In preparing for this speech, I researched well-known people who are also members of the National Honor Society, and I found great diversity among those individuals, ranging from an Oscar winner to a Super Bowl MVP, a game show host, a former president, and many leaders of industry. As I look out here tonight and up on stage, I see the same diversity, young men and women who come from different places, cultures, religions, and walks of life, who achieve regardless of any obstacles they might face. The commonality among both our students and the leaders I mentioned are what embody the tenets of the National Honor Society: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. In closing, I want to congratulate the students, families, and the teachers here at Hawthorne High School who made this possible. I am so very proud to be the principal of Hawthorne High School, and I applaud all of your accomplishments. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please join us in the cafeteria for light refreshments. Thank you.